Alrighty, Roo and Kukakachu. Just a little fact checking on my part. I did actually look up a little bit about John Wayne, and I think I may have mixed him up with Clint Eastwood, although John Wayne was actually in a movie called Singing Cowboy, and there are things, at least on YouTube, that show him singing, and he can sing pretty well. I think I mixed him up with Clint Eastwood, who also sang, and apparently John Wayne didn't like Clint Eastwood, but I didn't actually watch the video on it. Um, I think it was Clint Eastwood that may have had the album, like, but I actually got distracted and really fully. Either one of them could have, and I just wanted to like kind of clarify. Like I don't remember, I don't know which one. I got distracted and ended up watching this like something Myers, like what was it, West Myers or I forget what it was already. Um, I'm not much for country anything. It was sort of a country rock group. They were pretty cool. The comment section was super positive on them. They were like, I can't believe these guys aren't like, and people were like, oh, I'm gonna go see you guys tonight, and woo, and like they have some pretty dedicated fans, which I think is pretty dope. And I liked the song that I heard, which was called John Wayne. And they had like laser pistols, and it had Danny Trejo, and you can't. I mean, fuck, man. If you have Danny Trejo, that's like he's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Anything he's in, if it was going to be bad, it just moves it up to at least it's decent, if not good or better. Like even if it's like it would be still considered bad comparatively, it's still like acceptable levels of bad. Like even what was fucking Rampage. Fucking love that game. That game is dope as hell, but why they chose to do that video game movie adaptation, I will never know. I don't understand it. Maybe it was the summer of kaiju or something. I don't fucking know. Like I was just like, I'm hyped about this, even though I think it's gonna bum and be terrible. And it was still, The Rock, man. He's gonna help. But anyway, Danny Trejo is similar, and this band, whatever it was called, was pretty good. It's something Myers. Sorry, I'm not gonna look it up because I just sort of YouTube rabbit holed myself there trying and got distracted trying to figure out who had the album. But it was one of the two of them, and both of them can sing, and they're both cowboys. One was in Singing Cowboy, John Wayne. And John Wayne also Gorillaz. John Wayne, or no, that one's actually no. Gorillaz did Clint Eastwood. The other band did John Wayne, I think. That's their song. But the guy, whatever the band is, the fucking harmonica guy, he was wailing hard. That's what sold it for me. Other than Danny Trejo, like you got that was like. If I liked country really at all, I would have probably checked out more if I hadn't been doing other things and been more distractible. But I did want to kind of report and sort of course correct and get back to what I was doing. But yeah, Danny Trejo is awesome. That harmonica guy is awesome. Sorry, I don't remember the first part of the name of the band that I heard the thing, but they have a song called John Wayne. You just John Wayne and then do Myers, and you'll find it if you want it. To hear that badass fucking harmonica and see Danny Trejo be, machete, He's Danny Trejo. Motherfucker spent time in prison, became an actor, and plays a badass because he's a fucking badass. Like, he's a fucking badass. It's like, he does act, but it's just like, it's like typecast the motherfucker as what he is, dude. Just let him do his thing. Just I'm pretty sure he's actually had some more acting roles where it's more acting involved, but everything I've seen him in, I love, and he does a great job. He's fucking Danny Trejo. He's a scary ass motherfucker. The least scary he's ever been is Breaking Bad, and like like minor spoilers for a really old show, La Tortuga. And even then, he was still kind of a badass. It's just wop 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 wop. Moving on. Limits governing his movements. As choreographies go, it doesn't look particularly difficult to learn, but you suspect there are hidden dimensions of skill and understanding involved. That is probably the most Toreador thing I've said tonight. As far as choreographies go, it doesn't look particularly difficult to learn, but you suspect there are hidden dimensions of skill and understanding involved. It's like, yes, he's using magic. He's probably actually has some sort of heads-up display thing going on you cannot see, dude. Like, even with aspects, he's probably got some extra shit going on. You have aspects, I got aspects, everybody's got aspects. He's still seeing some shit that you're not seeing. You and your just pompousness sometimes, man. I mean, this is actually a nice form of pompousness, but I just feel like, okay, whatever, moving on. A lone drunken woman walks towards you. Hard to say what she's doing at the park. She's a little older, white, dressed like a suburban divorcee. It's a wine Karen! Ooh! And here they go, trying to tempt me to leave him alone. It's like, no, protect the person. For all I know, she is a... I mean, okay, it's unlikely the wine Karen is gonna be in, like, they're not called Assamites anymore. They're called, Banu Hakim, I think. Or a Setite or some sort of assassin or anything. She's just, you know, she's probably not Sabat. She's probably a wine Karen, but she could be there to distract me, and I'm not going to do it. Hey! I recognize your silhouette from the place that we just came from. You work at the shop. That's why they don't show. Seriously, guys? Like, is it that expensive to draw? I mean, it would be different if I literally didn't just see this person. Like, and I didn't just literally see them. Like, it's been like at least 30 minutes in real time my life, because I kind of watched the thing and went down the YouTube rabbit hole and came back. But I still remember your thing, even though my memory is not great right now. What's your friend doing? He's kind of hot. The woman's words are slurred by alcohol, but she seems to have decided that you are this evening's entertainment. Dance, monkey, dance! Dance, fucker, dance, and never had a chance. I'm singing this song pretty poorly all alone. I miss them. Offspring are awesome. Oh, stop wearing socks to me. Ma'am. I'm gonna need you to not be that woman that, like, made phone call, like, barbecue Becky or whatever. Like, this, like, honestly, I shouldn't even let it get this far. I should have already intervened before. I should have been like, hey, presents, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, kid. You bother me. And you bother me some more, I'll have my friend here and make a monkey, like a circus monkey, just escape from your butthole somehow. Like, he can do it. He probably can't, but he can probably do something worse. Although that sounds pretty terrible. I don't know what my thing is with the monkey buttholes, or butthole monkeys, but whatever happened to that monkey? He had a little hat and symbols, I think. Did he ever find a home? Moving on! The woman seems determined to walk past you and towards Agathon. She looks just kind of an eruption he was worried about. Yeah, no, okay, so I didn't want to feed on you, and I still probably won't, but you need to go live, laugh, love somewhere else. You know, wine o'clock. If you like somewhere else. Hey! Stop! It's just like fucking Deadpool in the fucking... The like trailer for the first movie, like, hey! No, I feel like I shouldn't take this opportunity to feed from her. But hey, stop! Does that sound like that's that's not even Bodyguard 101 level. That's like, what am I, Jerry from Rick and Morty, when something's happening that he doesn't like? It's like, hey! And they kick him anyway. It's like, why do you do that? I made it very clear all I was gonna do was say hey. I feel like this is it's a trap either way, but hey, stop sounds fucking stupid. So I guess, I hope she has a good vintage. Agathon is deeply immersed in his ritual, so why not use the time you have now? I don't really want to do this, but hey, stop is like, I know they often don't translate it well to like what you actually end up doing or saying, which is frustrating, but it's like, we'll see where this goes. You walk up to the woman from behind, grab her by the shoulders, and sink your fangs into her throat. Humming. If you want to be enjoy. Fuck, I had it, but because I was gonna use embrace, but I can't. I'm not gonna embrace her. I'm just. Well, I mean, technically, it is considered. No, it's considered the kiss if you don't. If you just feed from them. Moving on. I lost it. Moving on. Blood tinged with alcohol and horniness flows into your mouth as the woman moans from sudden pleasure of the kiss. Next on this, Buffy the Vampire Slayer will talk about teen horniness rising. That's a deep cut. That's a mixed cut of two different things. No one is going to get that. I obviously won't do anything like send you money or anything. If like I ever became famous or something, maybe I'd be like, haha, but they would just look it up. You know, wouldn't like be whoever got it first, I guess. But like, that's a funny joke. So you know what? I'm going to golf clap for me. This is for me, for the funny joke, mixed mashed reference that no one will get, but gives you a lot of context clues where you can actually go look it up. But again, nobody's watching, so you know. And again, all you're gonna get is, I mean, I don't know. If I were watching somebody and they said some shit like that and I didn't get it, even if it didn't tinge that little spot in my head where I'm like, oh, I know, is like they call that's a reference to something, I would feel like, depending on my mood and my time, I might do some rabbit holing. But I'm particularly rabbit holy right now, so I'm just making that a verb. I think, is that the proper? I don't grammar good. Teen horniness. and then back to Brennan Lee Mulligan, and then back to you, Brennan Lee Mulligan. Oh, I should sit down. I'm doing a terrible Brennan impression. He is the man, but I pulled it back somehow. Again, I'm psychic. It's like I know this was gonna happen somehow, even though I definitely did not know that was gonna happen. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess with the Tory or Tremere last time. And even if I did, it would have to be pretty deeply layered inside my subconscious and like years old, and that in itself is impressive. And then, let's just go with coincidence, or again, Malkavian. Malk for life! Malk life! You just lick the wound closed, the woman collapses onto the ground swaying. I mean, at least put her on a bench, bro! Just like, collapses on the ground, she's just sitting there like, on her knees, just sort of like, she's going into an ecstatic trance, or fucking... Fuck, I can't... Damn it, I hate when it's like, I know the thing, and it's gone. Like, it's just like, it's there! The big hippie fest that happened. Dude, it's like I get there and then it goes away. It gets there and then it goes away. It's like peekaboo. Like fuck. I keep getting so close to it. It's gone again. It's not like the one that happened in the 70s. It was 1969. It was like the summer of love, and the Beatles and everybody else were there, and John Lennon was alive. And why am I going back to John Lennon when what's her name did that thing about the guy who killed him? And what's going on? Why? I keep wanting to say Yellowstone, and I know that's definitely not it. That is a very nice park. God, okay. Okay, moving on. I could look it up, but I'm not gonna. I deserve to suffer if I can't remember it. It'll probably pop up in my head later. Probably. Or I'll forget about it forever. I keep coming up with like weird little synonym things for it, and I know it's not right. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Alright, moving on. Suddenly you hear a scream of rage. Startled, you turn around just in time to see Agathon running at the woman on the ground, his expression contorted with hatred. Oh no. I think I have fucked up. Well, but hey, stop. Would that have made her hey stop? Well, I guess we're just going to deal with the consequences. I knew it might not work out well. Did the woman make enough noise to interfere with the ritual? That doesn't explain why he's in such a rage. I mean, look, you know, Sousy Susan here doesn't need to you know, Wino Whitney doesn't need to be fucking whatever you're going to do to her. You don't have to be a Tremere to fuck her shit up, and she's pretty much already incapacitated. So I'm really hoping you're seeing something that I'm not seeing, and that's what you're doing. Fuck. Fucking hippie fest thing is still driving me nuts. Ichigo Park. Fuck. God damn it, that's gonna drive me nuts. Wear some flowers in your hair. Anyway, no, well, should I intervene or? I don't know. I honestly don't. I'm gonna let him do his thing. This is on him. I think I did my job to stop her from messing with him. I think I'm misinterpreting that he's going after her because I was too focused on, you know, the whole eating thing to notice something else that's happening. So I think that's on me. You step aside as Agathon leaves it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay. Sir, dude, that's already tapped out. Okay, you're getting my backwash. The woman screams quiet as Agathon drinks more and more. Oh no, okay, I left her. I guess you can have the sloppy seconds, buddy. You can finish that. I wasn't gonna finish that. It's not really in polite kindred society to do that if you can help it, but you know, you seem to be having a moment, and I'm just gonna get out of the way and worry if I should have intervened. Fuck. I don't know. Sounds like I probably should have done something. Okay, I'm not gonna let him kill her. Like, yeah, no, I have the opportunity to now intervene. Like, okay, you're thirsty. Everybody gets thirsty, bro. You know, I'm sure it's real hard work doing blood magic. You know, we don't exactly have Gatorade vending machines out here, am I right? There's actually like probably like an actual fucking vending machine within like a 300 feet or something that actually has Gatorade in it. Red Gatorade, but it's not blood, so yeah, I get it. Electrolytes. You pull Agathon away from the woman. He struggles, but is clearly not used to physical scuffles. He's like, "Unhand me, you cad," which is something I also said earlier in another video. Agathon looks at you wild-eyed, then suddenly snaps out of it. Yeah, no, he already had the whole wild-eyed. He had the fucking, what was it? The new guy, crazy eye. Fucking all the time, so it gets worse, or... Because it's like he's coming back to what that was. He stares at you in embarrassment and horror. Well, then I'm glad I didn't let you, you know... 86er. Although, we might want to get her medical attention, because you did seem pretty intent on it, and I don't really want to deal with her being all dead. So, yeah. You shouldn't have had to see that. I'm really sorry. It's like, I probably should have intervened, but again, well, you get hungry, you get hungry. I mean, what am I really don't even know what's going on, and for all I know, you know her, and this was like a personal thing. Like, I really don't. I'm just here to make sure nobody messes with you, and I feel like I did that, but maybe I didn't. Something triggered one of my wards. We have to go now. There's no time to waste. Oh, okay, so you put like a glyph or something somewhere, and basically a tripwire went off, and then you're like, now I must paint you, and by paint you, I mean consume you. Agathon starts running towards his car, and you do your best to follow. Motherfucker, I have celerity. And I just fed. I should not have... If anything, I could be like... Last one there's a rotten egg. I call shotgun. You know, like, I could beat him there. I'm a Toreador, he's a Tremere. He might have some magic that makes him... I mean, maybe he could teleport there if he's high enough level, but... turn into blood and fly through the air, some shit like that, but... when it comes to a simple foot race with... ha-ha! Ha-ha! I'm Jack the Nimble, motherfucker. I'm Gingerbread Man. Usually Agathon drives more carefully than most humans, you know, but now something is different. He's speeding, honking at every car that gets in your way. So now you got the road rage. I'm not sure what happened to that lady. I don't even think I put her on a bench. She will probably die due to blood loss. Unless somebody comes along and is like, oh my god, what happened to this woman? Like, you know, hopefully he was good enough to lick the wound, so it's not like vampire. Ooh. You're driving towards the Bronx, and twice Agathon almost collides with another car. He's clearly not used to driving quickly, but something is overriding his usual caution. Hey man, do you want me to drive? I know you just had, you know, let's see, vodka Vanessa. Let's go with that. I don't know if you'd blow, like, I think I held back. I think you kind of may have partake a little heavy. You know, whiskey Whitney. I said wino Whitney. Let's go with, I don't want to use Wednesday because that's not like a normal person's name. Okay, I don't know why I can't think of another W name for a woman. But let's move on. Wilhelmina. That's real old school. She was kind of old though, so it might work. I'm sorry to all the Wilhelminas out there that aren't listening, because my opinion of, you know, Wilhelmina, Filipina, not like a female Filipino, but like anybody who has like that Ina added to it to a man's name, it's like, I'm pretty sure that the basic concept is just that you just have to live your entire life knowing that they wanted a son, and so they or they wanted to name you after a family name that was a masculine name and too fucking bad, you know, Josephina. Although I feel like Josephina is actually common enough to be a you know, gender's a construct and all that, but I think that's more of a, you know, actual, like, that's one of the ones like Chris can be either one. There's other forms of Chris, like Crystal or Christina, blah 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 blah, Christopher, blah blah blah. You know, but anyway, moving on. I'm ranting about stuff and sort of observing the graffiti and all that for reasons I don't know. I don't need to be paying that close attention to the background. You screech to a stop in front of a red tile apartment building. I hate that I do that pause every time. Agathon jumps out of the car, starts running, leaving you to take the keys from the ignition and close the door. Oh my god. Oh wow, no, okay, so he's okay. Okay. Basically, the alarm at home went home. My bad. I thought something in the proximity had been like, hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here. He's not trying to ollie oxen free. He's like, motherfuckers are in my fucking house. Agathon disappears up the stairs and you follow his agitated shouting. This could be bad. It's probably going to be bad. Alright, well, we'll see how bad. Abuela, it's me, Javi. That's actually a little heartwarming. Like, it makes me kind of sad, but I can tell that right next to his, well, on the right side of his shoulder, there's 4 skulls. There's like a little heart thingy that I think is actually a variation of an actual symbol, like a logo for something. But I think it's like for like healthcare, and so that's not great. I'm just sort of like reading into it a little deeper than I should, like a Toreador would. Also, yeah, there's the whole blood moon, the red light blinking. It's not a good sign. Get the feeling the whole Statue of Liberty looking like it's crying is also something there. The barbed wire even has sort of a heart sort of shape to it, even though it's like that's not normal barbed wire. That's not razor wire. That's not barbed wire. That's spike wire. I get the feeling even maybe 529 might mean something. Like that's like a, you know, got a code 529 or something. It's like a police thing. I don't know. Probably not. I'm almost certainly looking way too deep into it at this point. You get to the 5th floor, landing after a run that would have left your mortal self winded, and find Abathon banging on an apartment door and fiddling with his key ring. Excellent, good, blessing, promotion, prayers. Okay, I don't need to. There's no need to look deeper into this. A few neighbors poke their heads into the hallway, but nobody intervenes. Like me earlier, until I actually did, and it's probably too late. Agathon finds the right key and slams the door open, running inside. Well, I'm glad he didn't just, like, kick it in, because, you know, he's still a fucking vampire, like, even if you don't have potence, you still have, like, enhanced strength. Like, anybody can bloodbath. You follow, entering what looks like the home of an old Mexican lady. There are portraits on the mantelpiece and a crucifix on the wall. Yeah, you got a whole. That's an interesting art piece right there. Trying to look at it and see what it is. It's sort of like a dolly, but okay, whatever. That's cool. Then what looks like a tessellate, or whatever those things are called, tessellation. Umbrella. Okay. The apartment smells musty with old age, and you can detect a faint odor of vampiric blood. Well, her slippers aren't on her feet, and they're in front of what I assume must be her chair, so that's not good. Sylvia!